Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I have the pleasure to be joined by the Ring Magazine and #1 cruiserweight in the world, Jai Opetaia. Jai, how are you today, mate?
I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. All the better for talking to you. I don't know what time it is in Australia today, but it's a nice morning in the UK. Before we get into it, Jai, I do want to discuss your massive 2023. I mean, it's the year that you got known in the UK. It's fair to say, becoming a bit of a Brit basher in 2023. Obviously, the fourth round KO win against Jordan Thompson, and then I mean, my knockout of the year against Ellis Zorro in the day of reckoning. I mean, sum up your 2023 for me.
Finally, finally. We took us a long time to get back in the ring. So it was good to get those two fights out pretty close together. And now we get to roll into another big one. So, it's exciting. I'm pumped for it. So let's get it on.
Definitely, mate. We'll go into it then. The rematch with Mairis Briedis. I mean, a chance to reclaim that IBF world title that you never lost in the ring. It got taken from you as well. But yeah, excited to, like you said, excited to kind of reclaim what's yours on May the 18th.
For sure. It feels like a replay of the whole thing, you know what I mean? Fighting Breeders for a world title. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, it unfolded like that. But I'm not complaining, man. We just got to get back in the ring and do what we do best, and win it back.
Definitely. Obviously, a lot of people make kind of a big deal on rematches. A lot of people think that rematches go the same way as the first fight in many ways. Kind of, are you expecting a very similar Mairis Briedis going into May the 18th?
I'm expecting a more aggressive Mairis Briedis. I feel like he knows I'm a good boxer. So he's got to put a bit more pressure on this time. But I'll be ready. I'm pumped. I feel these guys. I'm leveling up all the time. The fighter I was when I fought Mairis Briedis to I am now. I'm a whole different version of myself. You know what I mean? I'm fitter, stronger, faster. I'm ready to go. I've stayed in the gym. We've had so many. We've only had those two fights, but we've had plenty of camps. You know what I mean? And we don't muck around when it comes to camp. We get stuck into it, and every camp, we've gotten fitter, stronger, and we've learned as well. On the way. So I'm just ready. I'm pumped.
Definitely, mate. I do want to touch on kind of the delay that happened. Obviously, there was a minor injury to Tyson Fury pushing the fight backwards as well. I was talking to Joe Cordina yesterday. Technically, you guys have done two camps for this one fight. I mean, have you been someone who's kind of benefited from the extended camp period?
Doesn't bother me. It honestly doesn't. I'll be ready to fight no matter what. I was ready for the last one, and I'll be ready for this one. Um, you know, if you look through my career, especially after winning the world title, we had that many pullouts, that many changes. So we've learned to sort of just roll with the punches. We just the day changes, we get ready for the next one. We stay in the gym, we stay fit. Our base of fit and strength is very big. You know what I mean? And we got a good base. So man, we just excited. We're pumped. We're not running out of time. You know what I mean? We're in a good mindset, a good place physically. You know what I mean? I feel like we're only growing. We're not. I'm not as old as these other guys that are holding the belts. You know what I mean? They're hanging on and they're trying to maintain. They're maintaining. You know what I mean? But me, I'm still growing. I'm still progressing. So it doesn't bother me.
No, definitely. No, definitely. And I think your recent performances have proved that as well, Jai. I mean, but we have to touch on kind of the occasion itself. I mean, back-to-back fights in Saudi Arabia for you, back-to-back fights in Riyadh season. I mean, great to be a part of these massive occasions that are kind of taking the boxing world by storm at the moment.
Definitely, man. It's so good to be a part of such big fights and stuff like that. It's just the names that I'm, rubbing shoulders with now. It's crazy. A couple of years ago, I was watching these guys on YouTube and stuff, and now I'm fighting on the same cards, and I'm a semi-main event to Usyk and Fury. You know what I mean? Like hard work pays off, and I'm living proof of that. It's been a grind to get here. You know what I mean? You over in the UK, you only just see me because of last year and me coming over there, but bro, I've been grinding a long time. I had my first fight at 8 years old. I have been living, breathing this stuff for years and years. So it is about time I'm here. I deserve my spot here. You know what I mean? We've taken the long route to get here, and now just enjoy the fruits of the labor because we know there's no shortcuts that's been made. We have taken the long way. That none of that. You know that social media shortcuts with he's got more followers, bro. We took the long route. So man, we're just excited and we're ready to get what we deserve.
Definitely, mate. And I feel like a lot of people in the UK appreciate that, even though we kind of did kind of you had a resurgence kind of in this country, obviously with that last year. But I feel like a lot of people when they go into your story and go, "Wow, this guy's been around," and the performances is he's putting in are incredible as well. I do want to touch on some of your Tasman Fighters stable mates as well. Yourself, Justice Hooney. I mean, Connor Wallace. I mean, you're all winning and winning well at the moment. I mean, nice to see that kind of Tasman Fighters are all getting and alongside Matchroom with yourself and Justice as well, getting yourself massive opportunities and kind of pushing you to the top of the division.
It is good. It's good, all over Australia. And like just to have the Tasman Fighters boys doing well, Justice making his Saudi Arabia debut. Man, I'm proud to be a part of Tasman Fighters. I'm proud to be in their stable. And I'm proud to fly the Australian and Samoan flag. You know what I mean? It's it's a good morale we got in the team. You know what I mean? And now that we're hitting that international level and we're hitting it together, you know what I mean? It's like boys, we're here now and we pump each other up, we're here to represent. We're gonna show the kids like us coming through the Australian ranks, man. It wasn't like this for us, you know what I mean, when we were looking ahead. We're walking, unwalked paths in a way, you know what I mean? Like it's normal for the Europeans, the Americans, the UK fighters to be on these world stages and stuff like that. But for for kids like us down our neck of the woods, it's not. You know what I mean? We have to take the long route. So that I feel like that's what it makes that sort of victories and make it when we do get there that it's just that more bittersweet. You know what I mean? So I'm pumped for everyone. Pumped for my countries. Pumped for the team. Let's go.
Definitely, mate. We've touched on this previously. I think ahead of your the Day of Reckoning press conference as well. Very proud Samoan man. I think I'm an Australian man. I remember kind of that ring walk you done against Jordan Thompson. Kind of, I mean, it was one of the most powerful things I've ever seen. When you're making ring walks like that, representing your culture, it must be nice. You're kind of giving the young kids kind of who are looking up to you that kind of path to show that it is possible as well.
It is, man. It's honestly it's like it's very rewarding. You know what I mean? To know that I'm helping other people. It's something that inspires me as well, and it's something that sort of pushes me even harder in the gym. You know what I mean? Like I got people that believe in me, people that they really put their faith in me. So I'm not here to waste that. I'm not here to you know be a superstar and be this famous show pony that other fighters. Not all fighters are about that, but there is a lot of fighters that try and use their social medias and stuff like that to take shortcuts. But I'm not about that. I'm about hard work, and I just want to let my fighting do the talking. You know what I mean? But yeah, but I'm going a bit off track. But yeah, it is, man. It means a lot. I'm honored to be the forefront. So
No, definitely, mate. And I mean, when you're putting in KOs like you did in Saudi Arabia last year, I feel like the world knows Jai Opetaia as well. I mean, Jai, I've got my final one, obviously, with a win on May the 18th. Obviously, you get that IBF strap back. You've still got the Ring magazine. I imagine that kind of the focus for you is to secure those unifications and kind of go undisputed in the cruiserweight division as well.
yeah, for sure. I just want the bigger fights. I want to fight for the belts. Um, you know, it's a weird game boxing, outside the ring, all the politics and stuff. But it's my job just to train, and when the fights come, I got to try and win them. So that's all I got to focus on. But I'm pumped for the fight for more belts. Once I get these IBF, I definitely just want to go straight into a unification fight.
Definitely, mate. Well, we hope everything all goes your way May the 18th and kind of you secure that massive fight. Jai Opetaia, thank you very much. And but yeah, best of luck May the 18th, mate.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.